Morning, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Love 500 and welcome back to Project Holly Day 2. Today we're going to have a go at the other wing, the passenger side wing, see if we can get that dent out. It's right on the edge, so I'm not sure we're going to be able to do it, but we're going to give it a go, and then we're going to do other bits and pieces today as well. Not quite sure what yet, and I need to check those brakes and everything else around the car to make sure they're all okay. So let's get into it, let's do it. So I think what we're going to do to start with, I'm going to jack the car up this side, get that wheel off, get it up on an axle stand, and I am going to check the brakes. I know that obviously it's off the other side. I haven't looked yet at the brakes, but I'm going to have a look and see what they're like. And then once these wheels are off, I can give them a good clean. And then this one certainly needs a refurb. Not sure this one does. This one just needs touching up a little bit, but that one certainly needs a complete refurb. So we need to do that. I'm sure there was another one that did as well. That one's all right. Maybe it was this back one. Yeah, that one's quite bad, but I don't know if it constitutes a complete refurb. I might, rather than doing a complete refurb, I might try just rubbing down all the bits and try touching up the paint, possibly. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I'll try touching it. I'll clean it all up, sand it all back, clean it again, try touching up the paint, but I'm not sure about the colour, and see how it looks. But we're first of all going to get it up in the air, get the wheels off, and I'll get the other wheel off and go from there. So yeah, that's it. Let's do it. Well, it's the hottest day of the year so far. Up in the mid 30s, mid to high 30s even, and it's just started raining. Only in Britain, eh? Well, I suppose it happens in subtropical or even in tropical countries, but yeah, still bloody hot though. Right, let's have a look at the brakes. Oh blimey, those pads are low. I don't know if you can see them. Can you see them in there? I'm not sure I've got a torch that works. Hang on, I think the torches have run down. Let me just have a look. See if we can get some light in there. Almost non-existent by the looks of it. How's that? Not sure you can see. There's barely any surface on there at all. Oh, and there, the backs of those is okay, but the front, very, very lipped. Very lipped. Right, let's have a look at the other side. Oh god, yeah, same applies. Can you see down there? I'm not sure you can see it. Might be able to see it. Don't know if it's in focus. Very low. And again, yeah, a little bit of a lip on the back, nothing much, but on the front, big lip. Luckily, I've got discs and I've got pads, which I've already bought for other projects and not used, so that's good. At least I can get those done. So I'll rake those out. I'm not going to do them now. We'll do them on another day before we put the wheels back on, of course. This is my main concern at the moment, what I really want to get done. It doesn't help that it's just started raining, but I'm going to try, first of all, I'm going to try with using the dolly. I'm going to take the bumper off and try using the dolly. I have bought something else to try, but I'm still waiting for something else to use with it to come, so I won't reveal what that is now. And I know some of you know about this stuff. Most of you probably won't. I had never heard of it until relatively recently, and I thought I'd try it. But as I say, I'll reveal on it came this morning, but I'm still waiting for the other bits to come, so I can't do it until such time as those other bits do come. So I'm hoping they might come tomorrow. I think they've been dispatched. Yeah, they have been dispatched, but I'm going to give it a go, see what I can do with it. It is warm today, really warm, so you know, I haven't got to heat the panel up or anything like that, but I'm going to give it a go with a dolly and see what I can do with it. So I'm just going to get the bumper off, get set up, and then we'll be back. Alright, so as I said, I have got some other tools that are on the way to do this, but I thought we'd give it a little go. Yeah, I think that's not gonna really do very much, to be honest. I mean, it probably helps a little bit, but we need to wait till the new tool comes to attempt this. As we know, as I said, it has broken the paint, so we will need to do some painting on it. Oh, we've got another. Did we know about that? Oh yeah, no. Oh, okay. I just realised that half of this is missing as well. I'm going to have to get another one of those, because I had to buy one of those for the last car. This one, I haven't got one for this side, whereas the other side I have. I don't know if you can actually see that, can you? Don't know. Can't. I think you can, just about. Yeah, so anyway, so yeah, half the arch line are missing there, so I'll have to get another one of those. It took ages to come, but I'm not in any massive rush for that, so I'll get another one of those ordered. They're 22 quid, I think it was. That's rather a nuisance, because I say I got them for the other side, but not for this side. Okay, so yeah, so I'm not going to be able to really do that very much. I'm going to have another little go at it, but I don't really know what I'm doing, to be perfectly honest. So I understand that you hit around like where on the high spot of the crown, as they call it, and it sort of relieves the tension and helps to pull the dent out. Whilst using the dolly on the other side. But yeah, that's not having I don't think it's actually making a blind bit of difference there, because that needs pulling out. Being on the corner, this is my only concern, is being on the corner it ain't going to work. But it might do, so we need to try it. None of the bracket here is deformed in any way. So I think I'm going to leave that for the time being now, until such time as the extra little bit I need comes, that I can do this. So I'll leave that, we'll come back to that, and we'll slot that into the video later on. If it comes tomorrow, I will do it tomorrow. But yeah, I thought I'd give that a try. But yeah, I wasn't convinced that it was going to make a blind bit of difference anyway. But so this is the top coat. I'm going to lacquer it in about half an hour. I mean, you can see most of the scratches, to be honest with you. It's a little bit past it, and it will improve it by painting it. I'm just waiting for that to dry, and then I'll lacquer it. But yeah, I mean, it's not good at all. It's not very good. But it was either that or get a new wheel. So I'll probably stick it on the back. I'll put the better ones on the front. But yeah, not brilliant, but it'll do. It does the job. I think colour match wise, I think it's pretty good, to be honest. But that's that anyway. Just reminding me while I'm doing this wheel that someone had asked me what stone guard stuff I use, the stone chip paint. This is the one you've been using recently. Autotech Professional Stoneguard Black. I have also used the Hammerite one, which is good as well. I used the Hammerite one on, what did I use it on? Can't remember now. Oh, I think it was on a sump. I painted a sump with it. But they're all pretty much the same, to be honest with you. I either got this on eBay or Amazon, can't remember which. I've had it some time. I think I bought like 3 or 4 cans of it, something like that. I've got so much paint here. Alloy wheel lacquer, silver paint, which is what I've just used, the alloy wheel paint, which is what I've just used. Now this wheel, I've touched this wheel up, as you can see there. It's a good match, you can still see it obviously. And I did the best as I could on this wheel. Let me just show you. So this is the top coat. I'm going to lacquer it in about half an hour. I mean, you can see most of the scratches, to be honest with you. It's a little bit past it, and it will improve it by painting it. I'm just waiting for that to dry and then I'll lacquer it. But yeah, I mean, it's not good at all. It's not very good. But it was either that or get a new wheel. So I'll probably stick it on the back. I'll put the better ones on the front. But yeah, not brilliant. But it'll do. It does the job. I think colour match wise, I think it's pretty good, to be honest. But that's that anyway. Okay, another day. Here we are. I've not done an awful lot more to this week. One, due to the fact I've had COVID, and two, due to the fact that it's been really, really hot. So I haven't continued with this wing yet because I'm still waiting for a thing to come. I'll reveal what it is when it comes. So I thought what I'd do today, seeing as it's blisteringly hot again, or it's going to be blisteringly hot, I'm going to clean the seats, and I am going to take them out to do it, and I can leave them in the garden then to dry off. They really are minging. One thing I did notice, I think, this is really stiff. After I did the walk around, over there's a great big cigarette burn. And now we know we've got one, and there's one there as well. I've got another seat pad, so I'm going to take that out, ditch that one, and put the other one in, which is a good one. Now, as you know, we've got this burn here as well. But what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to try and cut and keep it for future reference as well. I'm going to throw this away, this one. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a great big square of it out and keep it, which I've also done on a previous seat with the red cloth as well. And I'm going to have a go at repairing it. Now there's a couple of different ways to try and repair this. First of all, what I could do is try and cut a piece, like a little square, and then push it inside the hole and glue it in place. So that would take the eye off of it. The other way is what you do is you chop it up into little fibres, and then you get some PVA glue and push the little fibres into the hole. I've seen the people do that on YouTube, and I did try it once on a red car and it looked bloody awful. But I've got some different glue since then, and which I haven't used yet, but I'm going to try it. So I'm going to try sticking a bit of material in there first and seeing how it looks, because I don't want to have to replace this seat just because of that little hole. So I'm going to try and make it as best as I can, but because I've got one of those seats, I may as well change it. So yeah, that's the plan for today. Depending on how it goes, I might do the brakes as well today. But that's the plan. So I won't try and do the repair on the seat. I'm just going to clean the seats today and then get them back in by the end of the day. Also today at 1:45 this afternoon, got the MOT on the blue therapy. So that's parked out on the street. All the checks done. It all looks good. Can't see any reason why it won't pass, but then of course you never know. So that's at 1:45 this afternoon. And then a lot of you also asked, or say a lot, 2 or 3 of you also asked if I could do a price breakdown on that one as well. So once I know it's past the MOT, I've still got the camera to put in on that, which I'll do after the MOT. But you asked me to do a price breakdown, so I will do a price breakdown on that one. I don't always do price breakdowns, but if you ask me to do one on a particular car, I will do it. So okay, let's get on with it. Let's get the seats out and let's get them cleaned. Right, so what I decided, you may have seen me took the seats out, clean the seats. You may have seen me clean a boot cover. That's out actually out the blue car. It was really dirty, so I was just saving it for next time I clean some seats. So I've done that. I've done the door cards, both sides. The carpet was quite dirty, so I've actually completely cleaned the carpet, back and front, both sides, as you probably saw. There's a couple of little bits that need going over. Most notably, there's a chunk of chewing gum, which I would have to use a sticky stuff cleaner or freeze it or whatever. I'm sure I've got some sticky stuff cleaner that will probably get that off, which is rather annoying, chewing gum. But there you go. I suppose if it's on the bottom of someone's shoe, if you've got no carpet mats in the car, it's going to end up on your carpets. They're horrible, the carpets in these. They're very, very nylon-y and thin and nasty. It doesn't matter what trim level you get, what age you get, they're all exactly the same. I don't know about the electric ones, whether they've improved them in the electric ones or not. You think they would have done with the price. But yeah, these are going to dry off in no time at all. It was a bit awkward getting the seat out, as you probably saw, because the car is a bit too close to the wall there. But I was bashing the door, but of course we're changing the door, so it don't matter. I couldn't move the car, of course, because the front wheels are off. But that will dry out in no time. It is really hot today. Rear seat. So just to show you a little bit better. So we got the nasty burn there, and we got another one down there. This is filthy as well. In the garage we have two more, which are identical. I thought one was maybe slightly darker, but they're not. They are identical. One of them is out of the sea, and one of them is a spare one. And I'm not sure which one's which, but they're identical. Now the only issue with one of them is one of them has got a bit of a snag. It's not a rip, but it's just a snag there. There's not an awful lot I can do about that. So I've got to decide. That one is I'm going to cut a chunk out to repair, you know, future seats, plus hopefully the passenger seat, as I mentioned earlier. So I've got to choose one of these two to put in. I think I'm going to go for the better one. Yeah, although the convertible is going to be, well, when I get it back, I still haven't got it back, of course. It's been at the body shop for weeks. I don't know when I'm going to get it back, and that will go for a slightly premium price because it's convertible. That's assuming I get it back and it's still summer, of course. But this one's going to be done first, I think. So I think I'm going to use this one. I may even have another one up in the loft, actually, or that might be a rear bench seat. I can't remember, to be perfectly honest with you. Got so much stuff up in the loft. You've seen the back of my garage, but yeah, I'm going to go for that one. So it's not dirty, but I'm just going to give it a bit of a spruce up, seeing as I've got some fluid left. And then, as I say, that one will cut up, take a chunk out of that, and we'll keep that. And I have, as I say, I have got a red piece as well that I've saved. But yeah, it's a shame about that. Done the car. Well, I've got COVID at the moment. Well, I say I've got COVID. I'm still testing positive, but according to the NHS app, I can mingle and do my job, go about my normal business, regardless. So I'm actually going back to work tomorrow. I'm sure they'll be thrilled. But what was I saying? Yeah, sense of smell. So I've got my sense of smell back a little bit, but not a lot. And I can't remember why I was even mentioning that now. I think I'm going senile. Yeah, no, that was it. Yeah, sorry. It's obviously a smoked-in car, hence the burns. I don't know if the previous keeper was a smoker, but they're obviously 2 cigarette burns. But the car doesn't smell of smoke, which is good, because I think I've only ever had 2 cars, I think, that smelled of smoke, and that was minging. So I don't know whether most people don't smoke these days, or they just people don't smoke in their cars. I don't know. Not like the old days where you got a cigarette lying around an ashtray, and when the ashtray was overflowing, you'd throw it out the window. Awful things we used to do to our cars. Anyway, so right, I'm gonna spruce that seat up. If I've got enough, I'll spruce the other one up as well, even though I don't need it particularly. So I'll probably have to clean the seats in the convertible again when I get it back anyway. So there's no back seat in the convertible, back seat pad. The upright seat, the seat backs, that's in it, and the front seats are obviously in it. Side panels off and so on, just to allow them more access for when they were doing the repair. So yeah, hopefully I will get that back soon. I might give them a ring at the end of the week or beginning of next week, so get a progress report, because I need to get that back now. When that blue one goes, the only car I'll have left to work on is this one. So and I need that convertible back. So I'm gonna ring them up and find out what's happened to it. Right, let's give this seat a clean. I'm not going to bother filming this. I've done all the filming for the cleaning and what have you. So I'll just clean this up, stick it out in the garden with the rest, and then we'll move on. And we'll cut a bit out of that, and then we'll move on. All right, we'll have a nice chunk out of here. Oh, blimey. There you go. Don't think there's probably no need to get any more out of it. I mean, you know, if I'm using that for just the odd little tiny hole, that's going to last me years, isn't it? The rest of it can go to the dump. Right, that's that. Right, so I thought while I'm waiting for all this to dry, I thought I might as well get on and do the brakes. Then that's just something else I haven't got to do later on. So yeah, let's get this done out of the way. So I've got it set up on time lapse. You know, I'm no expert at doing brakes, and I do it the way I do it, which may or may not be the right way. But yeah, I'm going to do it, and that'll be it. So I'll come in every now and again just to explain what I've done. I'm not going to do the whole thing on normal speed. Normally takes about brake discs and pads. Normally takes about 20 minutes aside, assuming you can get the bolts undone okay. So yeah, let's get it done. So yeah, we'll see you once I get it all off. Then we'll show you what we've done. So I've got the new. I've got to open the box. I haven't even opened the box up. New discs and pads, so it'll look nice and shiny once I've finished. Yeah, let's go with it. Right, as you can see, that took like 5 minutes. I would always like to put new ones of these in. I had to break that, and I need to get the pin out. I'm not sure if I've got any new ones or not, so I might have to order some. I'd like to try and buy them in bulk if I can. I did try and buy those in bulk, and I bought some and they're the wrong size. And I know you can buy kits where you get new shims and new pins and new circlips. And I did buy them once before, but I don't think I've got any left. But you get like a set which is enough to do both sides. I would have, because I do this quite a lot, or relatively, you know, frequently, I would have liked to have bought them in bulk. So if anyone knows where you can get them specifically for these cars, then please let me know. Alright, so as you can see, not much meat left on those. Very low. And as you can see, it's extremely rusty. And there's I don't know if you can see the lip on that, you probably can't, but it's a big old lip on that. So it's always good to do it. It would come up, even if it wouldn't have failed. I don't think it would fail the MOT, but it would certainly come up as an advisory. So we've got a nice new set. It's a shame when you buy the brake pads, and maybe if you buy a better make of brake pads, then maybe you do get the pins. It's a shame you don't. So it's a nice shiny, love a nice shiny brake disc. So we'll get that on. Oh, need to put some, I think we're meant to put copper grease on this bit as well. I always put it on the face. I think you're meant to put it here as well. I'm not actually sure. I'm sure one of you will tell me if I'm doing it wrong. You normally do, to be fair. Then we put the pins back in. So the only thing that hold these into position is these pins. Which I haven't done this for such a long time, and I'd forgotten what size spanner. It's actually a 12mm spanner. It's difficult to get a ring spanner on it for some reason. Don't think there's enough contact surface there. it doesn't help with the, I suppose you could do with the wheels being in gear as well. Right. Turn the steering back this way just because it makes it easier to get to. Let's have a look at this. So it's a little bit crusty, so I'm just going to give it a quick brush up carefully. The reason I'm putting this here, the stool here, is just to support it, because obviously you don't want to put tension on the pipes. Some people suspend them. I like to just put them on here. Why can't I turn that? It's really difficult to turn, considering the other one I'm going to turn it by steering wheel. I don't know why that's so difficult to turn. Ooh, it's so warm. Considering both wheels are up in the air, that should have been easy to turn, and it wasn't for some reason. Never mind. Right. We haven't got a wear sensor. Oh, I haven't opened the pads yet. We should have a wear sensor, hopefully. Again, with wear sensors, you often only get one side for some bizarre reason. Even though these have got wear sensors both sides, you only get one side. I'm sure that would come undone. Yeah, it's quite stiff. La la la, talk amongst yourselves. We put this back. On there. So if you remember, I mentioned a few minutes ago the pins. I did have some. I had two left. Let me get out of the light so you can see them better. So it's a Mintex brake accessory kit, article number MBA1273. It says Fiat, Ford and Lancia. I have got some of those pins, the little circlip, not circlips, what do you call them? You know, the little clips that go into the pin to stop it from coming out. Those things there, but they're a bit too long. They're not too thick to go in the holes, but they are too long. I suppose I could always chop a piece off of them if need be, but I like to try and get the right ones. I never bother replacing those shims. I never feel the need to replace those. I mean, those ones aren't too bad actually, but yeah, no, I never bother. So I managed to get I was struggling to get the wear sensor in, and what I mentioned earlier on about a wear sensor both sides is actually wrong on this car. Quite often they are both sides, but on this one there wasn't one, so that's good. But you don't need one both sides, do you? Funnily enough, this side was less worn than the other side, strangely enough, which makes you think the brakes are all a bit uneven. But yeah, nice new discs, nice new pads, great stuff, all done. Right, I have come back from the MOT centre for the blue car, not for this one obviously, but we'll come on to the blue car in a minute. So seats have been out here for probably 4 or 5 hours, absolutely dry as a bone. I put the rear seat in, no fag burns, all looks nice and clean. I've cleaned up all the plastics. Now I've got to get the seat in. I'm going to have to get the driver's seat in from this side like I got it out, unfortunately, because obviously the car is in the wrong place. I could actually put the wheels back on there because now I've done the brakes, but they've got to come back off again to do the arch liner, so I might as well just get it up on, keep it up on stands for the time being until such time as I get the arch liner through the post. One side I could do, but I might as well, yeah, there's no point really. Right, let's go get the seats, put them in, put the passenger seat in, and then I think we're pretty much done for today, to be honest. It is roasting hot, absolutely roasting hot. There were a couple of other things I wanted to do as well, and I can't remember what they are. I want to get the remnants of that arch liner out, because there's bits of it in there which I didn't even realise, so I'll take that out, see what other bits and pieces I need to do. Then we'll come on to the blue car. That will have another video, the blue car. So this video now is going to be your Sunday video. The blue car, it has passed the MOT. A couple of niggly little advisories, nothing much. One of them being a coolant leak, but I think I know where it's coming from. It's coming, you know that plastic pipe on the bottom of the radiator, the low one? I think it's that. I don't think that's on properly, and I think it's leaking. It's not a lot, but it was leaking enough for them to do it as an advisory, and I got a nail in the tyre. And I've just ordered one of those little kits you can get with got like the rubber that's impregnated, and you like fix your own puncture. They're meant to be really good. The write-ups on it are absolutely first class. You get 15, you get enough to do 15 punctures for 10 quid. I mean, it costs at least 10 quid to fix a puncture if you take it to a garage. So yeah, pays for itself in one go. So I'm going to give that a try. I don't even know where the nail is. All I know is it's in the offside rear tyre. I don't know where. But yeah, that came up as advisory as well, so we'll be doing that. We'll do a separate video for that. And obviously we've got to fix that camera. Sorry, battery went again. Don't last long, these batteries. So what was I saying? Yeah, so that'll be a separate video on the blue car, because we've got to fit the camera, we've got to do the puncture, well not puncture, the nail in the tyre, we've got to fix the coolant leak. That's it. And then we'll go through the prices, because she did ask me about the prices on that car. So we will go through them. Here she is in front of the car, in front of the house. So that'll be up for sale as soon as I've done that and given it its final wash. Excellent. Right, anyway, back onto this one. I'll set you up on time lapse. Let's get these seats in. My video just cut out. That. It cut out again. I was filming me putting the seats in, as you saw, and doing the time lapse with my phone, and the phone rang and it was Copart. So major update. So I've already filmed some update stuff. I will be finalising that later on today, and then that'll be uploaded for Friday. I don't know why I'm telling you that, because this is Sunday's video, so you would have seen the update before. Never mind, let's forget about that. Anyway, back to the seats. Right, last job of the day is to get this arch liner out. I've already taken the screws out, just got to get the thing out. Oops. As you can see, there's a big chunk of it missing. So that can go in the bin. Interesting, I want to see whether this arch, whether this wing is I think this wing's been replaced as well. Yeah, I think it has, you know. There's not as much stuff over the actual wing itself than there normally is, so I reckon this one's been replaced as well at some point, which obviously if I do have to change it, makes it easier to get off. I'll still want to try and repair it, but if I do replace it, it'll be as easy as the other one was. Right, that's it, that's another job. Right, that's about it for the day then. So, what have we done? So the seats all nice and cleaned, front and back. Oh, I need to put the headrests back in. New seat put in the back with no fag burns. I've still got to try and repair that. All the plastics are cleaned down here, door cards are all cleaned. I have ordered a door, which is coming tomorrow. Unfortunately, I'm going to be at work tomorrow, so I won't be here to take delivery. So we'll get that done at the weekend. Even though I don't normally work on the cars at the weekend, as weekend is for family time. I will probably get it done over the weekend sometime. I will need to move the car for that, so I'm hoping that the other arch liner comes by then. So I don't want to put the wheel on and then take the wheel off and do it again, so I won't do the door if they don't come, because I want to do them at the same time. So yeah, that might be next week. So done the brakes, done the front brakes, they're all done. MOT on the blue car. Yeah, that's about it really. I haven't done a massive amount today. Obviously I haven't touched anything else at the front because I still haven't got a bonnet. There is a bonnet down in Canterbury, but I don't particularly want to go to Canterbury if I can help it. But then I do prefer to pick them up rather than have them delivered, because we know that they get damaged despite them being wrapped up well. Just done a little bit of graffiti on it, as you can see. Got the number plates, I haven't bothered putting those on yet. Headlight repair lugs I had ordered for the wrong side, which doesn't matter because I use them all the time, but I've ordered the other side, so I'm waiting for that to come so I've repaired 2 of the lugs. I just need the top one. And then hopefully when those bits also come, it's all reliant on stuff coming. I can get this wing done. If I can't do the wing, I'll change the wing. As we know, I've got one. That dent down there. Is that dent there as well? Is that just dirt? No, it's dirt. Or paint transference or something like that. I'm going to actually, rather than fill that, rub that down, fill it, I am going to have a go PDR in that from inside and also from the outside using the hot glue. I'm going to try, because I'd rather do that and make it acceptable. I mean, it's got the black in it at the moment. Once the black comes out, it won't be quite so visible, but I want to get that done. And it's all good practice as well, trying to get it out using PDR. I'm more reliant on myself doing stuff now, like the seals and that. Next damaged seal, apart from one that is completely destroyed that needs to be replaced, dented seals I can do myself now. And I've already done one, and it came out all right, and I know I could do better than that now. Now I've got my machine that will weld the pins on, I can do them much better. So yeah, so I think that's about it for the time being. So yeah, it's coming along nicely. It's not actually going to take that much longer to get this finished. So yeah, there's not a massive amount left to do. Now the inside's all completed as well. So we got 2 arch liners, new door, new bonnet. Fix that little bit on the back of the bumper. It just needs gluing into place. A little bit of chrome that's sticking out of the back. Do the couple of little dents. Do the wing. MOT, job done. So probably, if I can get a bonnet, probably a couple of days will do it, and it'll be finished. Fingers crossed. So yeah, a couple of days should take care of it. So that's the end of this video. It's the end of this day. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Hope the not too much time lapse for you. As always, thanks for watching. If you're not a subscriber, hit that button. Subscribe to the channel. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and we will see you very soon.